In today's world, incremental gains alone aren't going to cut it. Most teams are anchored to what they think is realistic. So they aim for a 10% gain and they call that ambitious. But as Joe Polish is famous for saying, if you want to make a breakthrough, sometimes you got to break some things. The first thing you need to break is what your team's anchored to, then find your real constraint and work out what moves the needle. If you want to see how I do that in the Unbox workshop, then here's a sneak peek. You tell any room, cut 10% waste, and usually draw this on the board. 9% waste, 10% where we get our results. Tell them if you cut 10% of that 9% waste, you'll double your throughput. And you watch what happens. You get all sorts of reasons why it won't work. If your project is still anchored to, we need more people, you're fighting the wrong constraint. And it's costing you every single week. I actually had this argument with the operations manager for a contractor that I was working with. First got on the job and he said to me, Beanie, we were earning 1,200 hours and we're forecasting we're going to earn over 2,000 plus. He said the only way that you're going to get more hours is to put more people on the job. I said, well, I can walk out in the paddock at any given time and half of them, not their fault, are standing around doing nothing. So how's putting more people out there going to make it go any faster? I rolled out we need to reduce the waste. Move 10% of the 9% wasted effort, time and energy will double our throughput. Rubbish, he said. Within 90 days, we'd blown through double. The best that we did with the exact same crew without adding any resources was we went from just over 1,000, somewhere between 1,000 to 1,200, to the highest number that we ever did, which no one ever reported because no one was game to because they were worried they were going to get held to that figure. Then moving forward was 4,400. Remove the waste. Cut the waste by 10%. My old man used to drive me nuts when I was an apprentice. Used to go and ask him for additional resources. We need a crane, we need extra people, we need different tools. His answer was always the same. You're not using what you already got properly yet. He understood lean. How we do that, cut the waste, it's not about how. You're drowning in how. Everyone out on the job has a better how it could be done. What you need to do is find the right who's. Who are the people that will make it happen? Who's got the drive in them? Who's got the interest? They all have. Autonomy, mastery, purpose are the three things, basic needs that we want as humans. What worked particularly well on that job was we had two positions that you won't hear of on another site. One was the PMO, CPO, Chief Project Officer, and a GIL, Growth and Integration Lead. Chief Project Officer makes sure the project controls functions are all functioning. Live dashboards, updates, budgets, schedules. So anyone can see it at any given time. Growth and Integration Lead, his job is to integrate all the teams on the ground. Get them heading in the same direction. Well, that can be done by a whiteboard, but you still want the dashboards to track, measure, and check your progress. Get those two positions right, then the score, as Bill Walsh said, you look after the team, the score will take care of itself. Those two take care of the team, the score of the project takes care of itself. That's what we do inside the Stealth Labs in construction school. Not going to pitch about it. If you want to go and have a look, you'll get across to school.com /Scrum. Jump in, you can have a look what's going on in there for free for a start. It's 3 levels. There's Catalyst Academy. It's for the people that want to step up to the next level. You've got some of your team that you think are ready to step up, but they need a bit of coaching and they need a bit of help. They need a little bit of pointing in the right direction. That's a place to put them. Put them in there in that group environment. Then if you've got some more senior leadership that needs some help getting using AI, live dashboards, live tracking, those sorts of things in place, that's where the Stealth Labs comes into it. Reach out. You want to know any more about those 2 things. One of the key things that we teach everyone, teachers in the Catalyst Academy first, is the process Christian Bukoses calls ORCA. Here's why we use ORCA.
This is the most powerful tool on earth. As an organization, we helped 3 NFL teams win the Super Bowl by teaching them how to use this method by coaching. It's called debrief, and it's only 4 steps. Intention, expectation, or what we call objective. Reality or results, what we call result. Curiosity, or what we call cause, the cause of this gap in performance. And action, what am I actually going to do about it?
3 NFL teams use the process to win Super Bowls. So do you just think it might be possible that it might help us, just getting this dashboard back up here, run better projects? Better believe it. Okay, yesterday we had dramas with our old mate ORCA again. 2 days ago we had complete dramas, didn't work. We fixed it. We thought we fixed it. We tried again yesterday, didn't work. So guess what we're going to do again today? Let's give it the business. Ready to go, Claude? A little bit slow though, Claude. Must be Friday. It's a home day today. This is an important point, but it's I'm traveling tomorrow, so I'm going to have to get up early tomorrow morning and do the live. And Sunday's a travel day as well, so it's probably not going to happen live on Sunday. I don't know. Telstra must be upgrading their system at the minute. The internet's just getting slow and slow. It's terrible. Can't even get Apple TV to run sometimes. Travel kit check for tomorrow, Mike. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, I'll be packing all of that in the morning because I'm actually heading to site, so I've got to pack my whole bag properly. 75% weekly limit used, resets Monday. Burning through me Claude credits at the minute. Might have to fucking pay some more money in like a pinball machine. Kept some more coins in there to keep him going. Pack the kit tonight, not in the morning. Morning will be rushed and it'll get missed. Is the kit going in the bag tonight? No, don't tell me what to do. I'll go to the pub tonight. It'll be packed tomorrow. Not leaving till lunchtime. I've got plenty of time to do it in the morning. Tell me what to do. Who does he think he is? Fair enough. You know your schedule. Good. Did you do 2 practice runs before going live? Yes, I did. The objective for today is to retest you at the end of this ORCA session and see if the changes that I've made this time will update the dashboard, which they will because I tested it yesterday, but fingers crossed because the last 2 times it hasn't worked. Have you run ORCA with your team yet? Hot dog? Yes, you have. Not a hot dog? No, you haven't. We'll find out in about 14 minutes. What was the result of the day beyond setting up for this test? Really good day today. I have also rebuilt a weekly reporting system, which is incorporating pretty much everything that Mox does that I talk about to leverage theory, constraint, Scrum, and Lean. Good, walk me through what that means. What did you actually build? What I built is an automated way, so there's a prompt that steps you through how you input your information. So I do it by voice instead of sitting and typing. I can just talk to Claude. We'll be able to do it with Copilot as well. It's writing the prompt for that. And then we're automating the way that it pulls the data into the report. It's not finished yet, but we have a solid structure to work off of. One B8. Good solid structure in place. Voice input, automated data pool, not finished. Whoa. But the foundation is there. Win or gap. We'll call that a win. I actually got through far more of it today than I thought I would get done. I went and worked out of a co-working space today because I had to go and get the car serviced. So it was just earplugs in, one task, one focus. Actually, one of the key things is I watched a video this morning. It was a guy that runs Salesforce, I think it is, and he said what he learned off of Steve Jobs is how Steve Jobs used to be focused on one thing at a time. Gonna say maniacal about being focused on one thing and getting one thing done. Cause single environment, single task, zero distractions, maniacal focus on one thing. Steve Jobs principle applied. That sets an execution, prioritization, one action to make that environment available more regularly. It's about programming in the time to do it. The planning, flex. Actually, the thing is flex. Using the flex planning process to have a very clear picture on something when you're going to do it. There is another thing too, as well as I sat and pulled that apart with someone else. So it went back to my days of when I was in the startup incubator and speaking to your target market and finding out what they want. I did the exact same thing with that. So I had a very clear focus on what I was building before I even started. Two things drove it. Flex planning gave you clarity before you started, and you pressure tested the idea with someone else first. The target market thinking applied to tool design. One action to lock in that is standard before every build session. Build a basic version first. Test it with the person that's going to use it before you worry about trying to make the final version. Before every build, get a basic version in front of the end user. Don't polish until it's validated. That's MVP thinking, applied as a standard, not as a principle. What's the objective for tomorrow? The objective for tomorrow is just to get the live done. It's a travel day. The weekend's disrupted. Not going to get much done this weekend. Let's just get the streak, keep the ORCA streak going. So I'll live tomorrow, but highly unlikely I'm going to do it Sunday. Good objective for tomorrow, get the live done on travel day. Minimum viable ORCA runs. Now let's the login. All right, so here is the test. Is this going to work? Have we got? Yeah, right. Okay, you can see there, we're on day 35. A little button here. Tap that. Open that. Well, let's come down here. You can see this live. Oh, as Sheldon Cooper would say, bazinga, it works. So we're getting a live update now on our dashboard. This is the data from the dashboard. So it works out what the root causes are from 36 sessions. Planning's been the root cause, one of out of failure. Organisational is the second, execution, leadership and knowledge, okay? Wins outpace the gaps from day 20. The compound effect is real. So that's the wins and that's the gaps. Are we closing the gap between what we commit to and what we do? We're not quite tracking that. I'm going to fix that next. We'll talk to the AI old mate about that. Travel days, 60% win rate versus home, 74% win rate. The gap is 14 points per month. I need to have a little chat to him about how he's calculating that. Then, of course, click that button there. Probably not going to show you because you will be on him still. Need to select Google Chrome. Takes to construction school. Fancy that. All right, take it, use it. Made a great week. Get across, join construction school, have a look. See where your team members need to go. Do you need them in the Catalyst Academy or do you need them in the Stealth Team Labs? And we'll speak soon. This has been the Trouble Mode Coach, and I want to tell you about a new pilot program that I've got starting this month that I think might just be of interest to you. So it's specifically for two types of people. Number one is you're stuck at a certain level in the construction industry and you can't seem to step up to that next level. Or number two is you got the reverse problem like I had, where you get thrown in the deep end and you think, what the am I supposed to do now? How did you get into the position that you're currently in? I'm going to tell you a quick story about how I got most of my career I spent as a construction superintendent. Anyway, digress a little bit. This is how I actually became a superintendent. So I was on a little gold mine down in Bendigo in Victoria, and the superintendent, I was the supervisor at this point in time. I'd actually only just come off the tools. I had a lot of supervisory experience before, but I'd been on the tools on a job in Darwin. Supervisor there really liked me. He brought me down to this job as a supervisor. And one day my superintendent walked up to me and goes, "Hey Bernie." "Yeah, Pete." "I just sacked the construction manager." He said, "I'm a construction manager now." And he said, "You're now superintendent." And I went, "That's great, Pete." appreciate your confidence in me. But I said, what the does superintendent do? So if you're stuck stepping up to that next level, or you've been thrown in the deep end like I was, he looked at me, I'll never forget these words. He said, you're a smart boy, you'll figure it out. Message me the word sweat more, and what I'll do is I'll send you through a link where you can book in for what's known as a triage chat, which is just a quick 15-minute call where we get together to see if we think we might be a good fit to work together or not. Because as a Spartan warrior said, if you sweat more in training, you'll bleed less in war. Speak soon.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.